can see my screen, right? We started with core Java and we did advanced Java JSP servlet, and then we went into the Spring framework and Hibernate, and then stepped into EJB. Sorry, before this we saw web servers, EJBs, and JMS, and yeah, we went to structs. Structs we saw simple example. So now we want to see Jquery. Jquery and yeah, Jquery and maybe Maven build tool. Jquery for mobile and also for web applications. Okay. So we'll create a separate package for this one. Okay. Let me create file, Java project, no, dynamic web project. Go to Jquery because Jquery, right? I'll explain why Jquery and all this stuff on that. Hello, Jquery. Okay.
Is it also a JavaScript framework or?
Yeah, Jquery is the library, JavaScript library for designing the front end, like handling the HTML elements, So we'll go to that. Okay, just a minute. Okay. As I'm creating now, let's go. So what we will do, right? We will make use of the W3 schools. Okay, like they are consortium for W3 is a consortium, or they give stamp like this is a good programming language. You can use it for designing. You can use it for creating the web pages, like that. Okay, so they have given us stamp W3 consortium for Jquery. So we will make use of this, and because it has everything, you can create methods and all those things. So let's go to home. So here it says Jquery is a JavaScript library. In the sense, we should know JavaScript. What is JavaScript? Yeah, let us go and visit JavaScript little bit and come back to this Jquery. Okay. So JavaScript is like a client-side scripting tool. Like in web page, JavaScript is a programming language for web browser. So even this page, whatever we see, right, there is a interpreter, browser interpreter, which is going to interpret the HTML tags. So JavaScript, using JavaScript programming language, it is going to interpret all the HTML tags in this page and convert it into a page, a design. So all modern HTML pages are using JavaScript. JavaScript is easy to learn. Okay. So how to JavaScript? You know, like what is JavaScript? Like let's say there is one tag called HTML. Okay, here there is an end tag of HTML. Okay, fine. Inside this, here we have header and another one end tag head, and then there will be another one tag called body or type body, and here we have body. This is fine. So this is an HTML. Once we open it, once we run it in the browser, either in Firefox or IE or Chrome or Safari, any browser, it has interpreter. So it is going to interpret these tags, and it is going to construct an object. So the object name of the object will be document. Okay. So this document is similar to object in Java. In Java we have object, right? Object is the master object. This one. obj is the object which is in the line package is the parent for all the Java objects, right? Similarly, in JavaScript we have document. So using this document, we can get the element by ID, get element by name. We can access this element. We can access this element. Value here that could be something called input field. Input is at a form ID equal to something like ID, and we can get the element by this ID. Can get the value of this element, and we can manipulate the tags using the JavaScript. Okay, let's say here there is an input field. Let's say it is let's we take name ID and value name equal to label equal to name, and value initially it will be empty, or else I'll keep put like this: enter your name, like this. So we need to get the value of this name, whatever user entered on click of submit. On click of submit button, SUB submit, type equal to size, type equal to submit, on click, it's equal to, we're going to call a function print function. So this print will be a JavaScript function. We want to write it in the script tag. Here we will write a function print. Here we are going to get the element, by ID. We are going to get we're going to pass the name ID. Once we pass it, dot value. If it gives dot value, it will give us the value whatever user entered. Let's say Kumar. Okay, whatever user enters, right? We will be getting it actually. Okay, this is an example to get a value of an element using JavaScript. Same thing we can use Jquery in order to minimize the code. In JavaScript, Jquery, what you will do is like $. There are some extractors. We can make use of those extractors, and we can extract the value of the element. $. Basis. This is a function actually. The navigator function in Jquery. This is called as a navigator function. Here they are going to tell, if I say ID, right, hash, and say double quotes hash name ID dot value. It's going to return the value. That's it. We don't want to write document, element, all those things are not required. This function is going to do that operation for us. Okay, like this, there are a lot of advantages. If we want to show the field or hide the field, right? We want to write a lot of code in JavaScript, but here hide. That's it. Show. That's it. It is going to show on hide the field. Okay, so Jquery is basically a JavaScript library to optimize the code, to write the code in very simple lines, less number of lines, and to manipulate the fields like navigation, like also in designing, right? You want some fade effect or some shade effect and all those things, right? You can do using Jquery very easily by the, and other than writing very big code. You can also debugging also very easy. You can maintenance also very easy because of the less code. So here if you say document get element by ID inner.html, They're setting it. They're setting new date here. On click of this button, a method is called. Okay, this is about JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language for web, and also this document, right? How it will form a tree actually. So document will have it in its left side. It will have HTML in its root. It will have HTML. In its right side, it will have head. In its left side, it will have body, body, and its head. If any tag inside head, right? Again, it will form. Again, it will form sub tag h1, and here another one h1 tag. Inside body, there is one input, right? So input, another one input. Like this, it will keep on forming a tree structure. So it will navigate to that element and it will get the field. So here it forms a tree. Once browser renders it once the browser renders the file, right, it is going to form a tree structure. So that's where we can find it. Yeah, okay. Here we have one ad example. So yeah, okay, that's added. So let's go to the jQuery. Okay, jQuery is a JavaScript library. It greatly simplifies the JavaScript programming. jQuery is easy to learn. Okay, so now let's say a simple example. So it's loading. Okay, what they are doing here is once this document, I said this document, right? This document object, the browser it is going to create this document object like JVM creating an object. Once document object is ready, which means page got rendered. Page got rendered in UI. Once it is ready, so this rendered, so this function will return true. Once this is true, then it is going to listen for this click event. Okay, once I click here, there is what this here if you see, right here they are accessing using the tags. Okay, like we can also have ID here, ID equal to ID. Dollar ID. Only if I click on this one, right? Okay. If I click second one, it won't work. Only if I click on this one, it will work because only I'm going to set it for this one. This one. Okay, just a minute. I'm confusing. Okay, this is fine, right? So now what we will do a simple example. Just a minute. So now we will put one button, and on click of that button, we need to call this function. Okay, I'll create a button here rather than this text. Input ID equal to ID and name equal to name. Finally enter. Remove this one. Alert. Button click. Okay, this is not a button, right? Type equal to should be a 90%. Okay, here we have one button. So now this document ready function will be true because the document has rendered. So it has a document object in it. So how to view that we have some developer tools. Just we can go here and developer tools. It's going to give this, and in console, network elements here. Here, if you see, this is a doc type, right? It's the document. So doc type is HTML. So it will form a tree of it will form a tree of HTML. Instead of HTML, it has head and script and all those things. Okay. Here we also have this button also. If you want, like, you can click on it and you can go to that. We will do those things in our Firebug. Okay. Just for your introduction, I'm so once I click on this, you can see this alert, right? So this is a very basic example on Jquery. So what is happening, like, once the page is got rendered, it is going to construct this document object. So just once you click on it, once document is ready, it's going to click. It has this function. Once it listens for the click event. Once function is clicked, the button is shown. So here this is very important. So if you don't have this source, we are going to load it from the Google APIs like CDN. There is one term called CDN. A content delivery network. So Google is going to deliver this scripts for us. Okay. If you don't want this one, you want to go to Jquery library and you want to download it, have it in our build path, have it in our path. Sorry. Okay. Here we can download the zipped compressed version or uncompressed version. If I click on it, right, so it will go to, okay, it's going. So here it's great. It is downloading the JS file. So once it's downloaded, I'll keep it in my I'll keep it in my build path. I'll create a project. Okay. Create a good workspace. Jquery. So latest version is, so we can also use this one, CDN, Jquery CDN, Content Delivery Network. Even Google provides the so what happens when we once we display the page, it is going to download the Jquery library files at runtime, and it is going to because all these fields, all this dollar definition, right, all this document ready, everything is written inside this Jquery min. Similar to Jquery min, we have Jquery min CSS and also Jquery mobile, Jquery mobile CSS, Jquery mobile min we have. Okay, just a minute. We'll create a project and we'll create a page. Okay. We create a dynamic web project. Okay. Next. .xml. Nice. Okay. Here we'll create HTML page. Okay. 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 Query, and here I will have an alert. Yeah. So now we will deploy this. Okay. Yeah, it is going to download the library file of this CDN. Yeah, see, it's asking to save or open. Say run, and this is the library file. Copy it. Okay. So here we will have ready document.ready, right? So that ready is here. We don't worry about this this one. So it is a compressed one, so it's not clear, right? So now let us deploy this. Okay, you can see this message, right? This is document is ready. I'll put a message here like it document object is ready. Before ending it, right? It's going to print that, and here we have the content. So this is a very simple example for Jquery. And other one thing, what I will do here, I will put a function. And this could see this one, right? An object. I didn't do anything. Okay. Two alerts. So okay, here. Even this one, it is a navigator function. It denotes the object. Okay, this $sign. It denotes an object. Okay, it returns an object. Okay. So initially we were facing an issue like when I was developing some application, right? Like this object document object will every time it will return null, or it won't load properly because of this library files. Here we are loading it from CDN, it is not a problem. If we download it, right, we want to have a separate folder here, and we should have all the jQuery, CSS, jQuery mins, everything. And we want to give the proper file path fields, it will not load properly. So we want to check first whether the document object is printing properly or not. Document object, we should give this one, and we should make sure like it is coming properly. The object is properly. This object is coming properly. Sometimes it will return null if I don't load it properly. So let me comment this one. It will not show anything. It will not show what is happening. Nothing it will show. So there is one tool called Firebug that will help us to and open. I will show the tool also. How to debug the see here in JavaScript, right? The trick is it won't show any compilation errors, or it won't show any runtime errors like Java. Okay, like we want to depend on some third party tool in order to fix the bugs and all those things. So this one Firebug will help us as well. This one. Okay. So this plugin we need to this is an add-on. We need to download and we want to drag and drop it here, so you will be able to get it. So once I load this page in my console, could see this error, right? The dollar is not defined. I can also go to the script and I can debug the script. So there are a lot of PHPs and all those things. Let me go to my script, and our script is this one, right? Let us quickly index. a lot of ads. Please make sure like you don't have any ads in your page. It will be one blocking. I need to reset my Firefox. Just a minute. The syntax, everything is available here. I'll show you some tricky part like how to debug, how to check the console, how to fix the bug very quickly using these tools and all. Okay, like you can get the syntax anytime from this part. Okay, from this W3 consortium, even JavaScript, right? Okay. We are going to practice on this, but let me, I am focusing on how to debug the code. Okay, the problem you will face is first problem we will face in this headers, some headers. If the CDN is not defined, it won't show any error. But just a minute. Oh, my Firebug also went. Let me download. I think already have it in mind.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the link for Firebug. Just download now. Download anyway. So show the download folder. So once it downloaded, you need to drag and drop into our Firefox. Show in folder. So here we have it. We drag and put it here. Click on it. Install now. That's it. That's all got installed. Now let me click on Firebug and script read enable. Scripting is enabled. Then refresh the page. Here we can see right. Enable. Okay. This is the error. The reference is not defined, which means it don't know what is dollar. It's thinking like it's a variable. And also we can set breakpoints like this. Okay. Yeah, we will first enable this one here and come back. Save it and come back, refresh. Okay, even if I see here right, it is not enabled. So we want to give Control Shift Delete.
Okay.
So it is clear the cache. Again, we are loading it. Now it is printing the object. It is in this line. Okay, interpreter is in this line. Now it came to this line. You can see right. It's going to print this line. So if you want to go to next line, you can click this one. So it prints this statement. And then finally the page is rendered. Okay, still it is there. So let's say I want to here we have some color. I can also edit it directly. Go to CSS or HTML here. Okay, we will see that. Okay, we will see that how it is and how. So, but the Firebug is a very good tool. We can debug. We can see how much time it takes to render the page. What are the cookies? And this is what I said. Document object.
Okay.
Here, this one. So in this document, we have all the body, and body contains what are the attributes. Everything will be there. So using this, right, using this document object, we can get any element inside the HTML page. Document hello. Document. This is body. We have, there is no link, there is no attributes, there is no BG color. Child node list, we have this node, text node, welcome to Jquery. This is the node, actually I was talking like this one, body, welcome to Jquery. This one child, this body is one child, and this head is one, what is it? This head is one child, and everything sits under this HTML, this one. So 1, 2, 3, right, left and right. That is what it shows here. Text. So inside the this text node, right? We don't have anything. That's what it says, empty. Node is empty here. Okay. So this document object is very important when it comes to Jquery, JavaScript. Okay. Now let us see the next example. Okay, this is fine, right? Now intro will go. Okay. The purpose of Jquery is to make it much easier to use JavaScript on your website. In applications, if you see, right, most of the applications they are trying to migrate into Jquery because the development time, like Spring and Hibernate, right? Here it is very quick to manipulate or to work on the fields in the UI, work on the HTML tags. You can access the element very easily. What you should already know, you should know HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I hope you know all those things. This is basic things, right? And if you want, okay, you can also go there. So Jquery is lightweight, write less, do more JavaScript library. Purpose of Jquery is to make it easier to use JavaScript on your website. Jquery takes a lot of common tasks that requires many lines of JavaScript code to accomplish, wraps them into a method that you can call with single line of code. So basically, it is going to minimize the more complex code into single line. That's what here. It simplifies a lot of complicated things like JavaScript, Ajax, all DOM elements, and all those things. The JavaScript Jquery library contains following features: HTML DOM manipulations, like this document, right? We can manipulate, we can get the element of that ID, we can show this, we can hide. Okay, let us hide this one. Okay, let me make it as P. Once user clicks on this P, we need to hide it on P. So any tag with P. Let's say there is another one tag here, P, and one click, hide. This dot hide. Okay, we will click on this. Okay, this dot hide is not a function. So it says this dot hide is not a function. We will say like this. Hide and semicolon. This is important. Okay, you can see, right? Everything is getting it. So there is some extractors. We will see about that. So to extract let's say there are 40 fields here. Okay, so we can access the element using the tag, using the name, using the ID. There could be some ID like PID, and there could be some name like P name. If you are accessing an element using a ID, right? We will use hash symbol, hash PID. If you are accessing using an ID, if you are extracting this element from an HTML using ID, you will use hash ID. If you are using with class name, we will say dot. If you are using directly the tag, right, all the tags, then you will say P. That's it. Okay, this is simple ways of extractor. There are a lot of ways.
How do we interact like between Jquery and Java? Like,
okay, Jquery. Okay, Jquery and JavaScript have some relations. Okay, like Java is a programming language on. So you can develop standalone applications, and or W applications, enterprise applications, web applications, and all those things, where we can write JDBC code, JDBC connections, JMS, JNDA lookups, web services, structs, Spring, all those applications, right? But here JavaScript or Jquery, like Jquery framework, there is something called Node.js, AngularJS, AngularJS. All these things are client-side programming.
Okay.
Client-side programming just on web browsers.
Okay.
Manipulating on the document object. Just like there are Java developers, web designers, web programmers, web developers. So web developers will know all these things.
But my question is, right?
Yeah.
Like inside, like programmatically, how we are interacting between Java and JavaScript. For example, if you are trying to click something, it is inserting into database. For example, we are entering something and it's inserting into database. So how we are getting that control from this client side and passing it on to Java?
Here on click of this, we can't write any JDBC code here.
Yeah, that's what. Like we have to write that in Java.
Yeah. So, or else here for browser we have some databases. This one. More tools, developer tools. Here, resources. Here resource we have WebSQL, IndexedDB, local storage storage. So in this database we can persist. Let's say this everything is client side, not at the JDBC side.
How do they do in actual real time? Like they use both Java and JavaScript, right? So for example,
yeah, for front end validation,
they'll use JavaScript, and for server side they'll use. And what my question is, how the flow, like for example, like user is logging in and is trying to enter something and he says submit or something. Okay, so in the end it will be like, for example, it is loaded into Oracle database. So something should happen there, right? So
I'll tell you. Here we have welcome page. Let's keep welcome page.html. HTML page. Normal HTML page, not even a JSP page. Here we have a form, and in this form there are a lot of fields like name, age, and address, and what I worked on. Right, I will tell you that. Address and some other information like date of birth and all those things like that. Date of birth, nearly 40 fields. And finally, is going to have submit button.
Yeah.
And here there will be action class, right? So action class will be a servlet.
Okay.
And here on click, there will also be an on click. On click, here we will validate. We will call validate of the JavaScript.
Okay.
Validate of JavaScript. So to validate these fields, or there is one drop down here. Let's say COUNTR country, STAT state. So here country, let's say IND. It has to load all the states of country, all the states of India. If you choose some other country, right, it has to load their states. So these show height, drop down loading, all those things we will do it using scripting because it will be very fast. To load this, you can write one SQL, right? You select star from where select countries, select states where country equal to this one. You can write it and fetch it, but time taken to execute the query, send it to the server, from there go to the database, fetch it, return back, and then you display it. It will take more time, right?
Yeah.
So these small operations at UI level, they will use it JavaScript. showing, hiding, all those, validating, and displaying, and like if you see Flipkart.com, right? Everything they use, all the show, hide, this designs, everything, right? These things come from JavaScript actually. And also this one, even this is a book and images, they will use JSON, Ajax call. Ajax, Ajax. This particular field around, right, it will keep on updating. There will be a separate call which sends a request, fetch the JSON, display it. Ajax is a separate request going and coming between the asynchronous Java transactions or Java XML.
Okay.
Is a asynchronous Java script XML. Okay, so mainly like jQuery is used to manipulate the front end, like server side application is there, client side application is there. If you want, if the audience is very big, then what they will do is like they don't want to miss the clients, they don't want to miss the customers. So to attract them, they will use beautiful AngularJS and all those Node.js and all those things, right? jQuery now to load the page very fastly.
Okay.
Okay. On final order processing, right? That time they will insert into database. They will do final. There they will send to the servlet or some JSP page or to some action classes like servlet, such or to the Spring controller, something like that, right? There they will do and they will persist into database.
Okay.
Yeah. So mainly for validating the fields and also accessing the DOM elements and CSS manipulations. You want to change the color, you want to change the field, HTML events, everything can effects. You want to give some special effects, animations, and you can do it using jQuery.
Okay. I think maybe we have to use combination of JSP and JavaScript like that. So
JSP and JavaScript.
Because my only doubt, right, is like how, for example, if you have shown Flipkart, we are displaying so many things.
Yeah.
But the prices and all it will come from server side.
Yeah, this price, this product, everything coming from server side. Yeah.
It in a normal HTML page.
Yes.
So that interaction, I'm having confusion, like how they are doing that. Like you are getting something from server side and how you are displaying on client side.
Okay. Okay. What you will do?
And for example, like you said, like we are having India and showing different states. So at that time, we are trying to get, maybe we would have cached the data, right? Previously, and we are displaying that, how we are doing that. So
yes, I got it.
Yeah.
So we want to write one Ajax call here, and it will give us JSON data.
Okay.
JSON. We want to post a request to Ajax request to servlet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That servlet will interact with the database. Interact with the DB. Give us a result set. From the result set, we will construct a JSON.
Yes.
And we will get JSON or XML. So we will get it here, and we will bind that JSON data to this P or drop down.
Yeah.
But this example will solve your answer, I think. Right?
Yeah. Something. Yeah. That is. Something like want like mostly like client side and server side, like interacting with each other. So that is what I am looking.
This one. Here, once I click on this button, button, and once click on this button, they are trying to get the date from the server. This is you think that this is a JSP page or a servlet.
Okay.
They are posting. Once I click on it, data we will get it from this one server, and the status is something called success, and it is displaying. Same thing we will do.
Yeah. Because I know Angular JS, right? I think we can use the RESTful services, directly call the RESTful services. There is a plugin actually in Angular JS. I know a bit on that, but I don't know completely. So I know Node.js and Angular JS give that flexibility to.
Okay, just a minute.
Not only Jquery, but I'm just generally asking how this client side and servers. Yeah.
Actually, what we do, like we will get JSON, even a big blog, right? We will get a JSON from server. We will use JSON API, JSON object, JSON array. Using that, we will pick the keys, pick the values, and we will display it in UI.
Okay.
We will post it to the servlet.
Okay.
This is Jquery homepage, Jquery documentation. Just see some examples.
Why I'm asking this is because generally, right, in our projects, JavaScript developers will be working parallelly, like with Java. So I didn't understand how like JavaScript Java people sometimes they finish first and then JavaScript comes next like that. So I don't know how they are interacting with each other. So.
Come again? What is it like?
Because in our projects, right, what happens is like a lot of times Java people like they finish some feature before the JavaScript or HTML is developed. So then only like they because like UI team will be working some other things and these people, but I don't know how they'll interact before the HTML page or JavaScript is developed. So
okay, I think what they will do, like they will servlet ready. Any request, okay. Like servlet will be ready. Like they will have their servlet ready. So if you send a get or post request to this servlet with these with the mandatory parameters, it will give you the response.
Okay.
So this part they will be ready. Let's say you are going to post. Let's say there is some fetch employee is the servlet name. Employee servlet is there.
Yeah.
Employee servlet, and in the get or post method, in the request HTTP request object, you want to send employee ID. This is the parameter which we want to send. So once you send this parameter, the servlet is going to write a query to DBMS service layer or persistent layer and fetch all the employees, employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, employee 4, something like this, and it is going to send it to the response dot set attribute, and it is going to send it to the client.
Okay.
I think this part they will make it ready, or this could also be a web service URL. So they'll make this part ready. So front end side they want to work on how to display this employee in UI. That they might be working on. Just a minute. Yes. Okay. The syntax. This one. This is the syntax. Ajax and Ajax call. If this is Jquery, anything which starts with this dollar dot, right? It's Jquery. They're going to post. This could be get also. They're going to post to an URL. URL will be http host name and app name and the action name.
Okay.
And data will be the request parameter.
Okay.
Request like EID. EID colon, let's say 10 10001 something like this, and this is data type which they will get in the response.
Okay.
Like here. So once they are going to post data, once it is done right, it is going to return this message and this block. It is going to execute this block. Once it is failure, let's say it's not able to connect to that page, then it is going to return this. It's going to execute this block. Every time, even if it is failure or success, it is going to execute this block.
Okay.
We'll see this example. What I'll do, right? I will just create a servlet, okay, and we will post a request to servlet from this page, and we will send a name.
Yeah.
Employee ID, okay, EID. We will send employee ID. We will return details of this employee ID in JSON.
Yeah.
Details of employee ID in JSON format. We will render it in UI. Render it in using Jquery.
Okay.
And Ajax request.